Hello, this is James Halsey for the case study design critique. And for today, for my presentation, I will first read over my response so you can see how I was able to perform and meet these requirements. So as you can see, I will not read the whole thing out, but I say I want the logo in the leftmost position and the division that holds green pasture stable and training. I will set a default value for the image size to reduce stretching when changing borders. And then I also declared I'd make a few other changes such as color, consistency as font, and just overall just improve the way the site looks a little bit. So let's see how I was able to accomplish those objectives. For the first one, I just looked up green pasture stable and training logo and used the first one that was on the internet because we were not provided one, so I figured that'd be the best way to do it. And then, so it's up there, it's in the left as required. And then when you go to resize the border, it does not look insanely professional, but at a novice level, this is the best way we can reduce stretching and I will explain why. It's because when you go and look at the actual code, the way we've set up just the whole CSS and media space, when we compact it, everything's going to move, so it's only natural as the picture was individually, or a picture will as well. So the way I was able to stop this is I went to each one individually. So here at home, here at board, here at training, and I added a max width of 820 pixels. So it would still achieve the look when the website is at full browser capacity, but it will not look horrifically bad when shrunk. So I figured that was the best way to fix both problems without having to completely fundamentally change the CSS. And then for the actual pictures, I was able to accomplish this by just adding it simply to the header. I copied the image, called it logo.jpg. I created a class to make it float on the left so it looked a little bit better. And I just set the height and width to 125 and 200 respectively. And let's look at this class now to see how this was accomplished. Sorry about that. I basically just added a float left and an object fit, which was originally for something else, but I figured I might as well just keep it in there. It didn't negatively impact the code, so I might as well. And then finally, a few other changes I made to the website where I changed the background color to a tan because orange and green work well together, and I figured a lighter tan would look good with the little lighter parts of here and the white here. If a darker orange, it would have contrasted a little gross up here. So I felt tan was the right color. I simply changed the background color to a tan, and I did this by using the W3 Schools HTML color selector, and I just chose light tan just so it looked good. And then I was also able to I also had to change the shadow, because while the green shadow did look good with the white background originally, it looked a little gross with the tan background. So I changed that to another tannish color. It looks better and accomplishes the objective of adding a little shadow on the right, and it would just function a lot better than a green shadow would. And the way I was able to accomplish that code was more CSS. And so as earlier, here's the background color. And then the wrapper, I ended up changing the border to a different color, a little tanner. Not exactly the same tan I used earlier, as you can see, but it overall just looked fine. And then the final changes I made to the website were to some of the font, just to make it more consistent across the board. Originally, board it was green, green, black, green, and it didn't look too well, or it didn't look professional enough. So I changed this to green, and then these to black, just so it's a little bit more consistent with some of our other pages like training. It didn't make sense to have a big green one up here, and then individual black ones with having green ones over here. So I made that change. So yes, this is my site. I overall was able to accomplish all of the goals, and I made one big change and then two smaller changes just to improve the way the website looks. So yeah, that is my critique on the website.